You know the saying, misery loves company. Well, we are in the company of many miserable people. And these miserable people are having children that become more miserable and thus bring more misery to other people. And we all have to admit that if some people was not born into this world would be a better place. But none of us can predict the future. So that we already know. We are not even trying to insinuate that that is the reason we should have abortions. If we did not have the reasons people have abortions, it wouldn't be abortions. Look around you. And the reasons why people have so many abortions is because of the world we live in. Now, this statement is true. People have been having abortions since medieval times, probably before that. The proportion of abortions that are unsafe is much higher in countries where laws are more restrictive. So women are going to seek abortions, and some of them die because of unsafe conditions. So when they did pass the law to make abortions legal, women were able to go and have safe abortions, and thus saving their own lives. Now, highly restrictive laws do not eliminate abortions. And they are seriously thinking about having it nationwide that you can't have abortions anywhere. That's crazy. And the Planned Parenthood's numbers prove choice kills. Okay. They want to say kills. But what about all the people that are killed every day? How many of our children are dying in the street? And it's not getting better, it's getting worse. And these people that always talking about defend life, stop abortion, why don't you stop the reasons why women have abortions? Now think about it. You know, it's always mostly concentrated among poor women. Okay? Improve women's lives. Why don't you try doing that first? Improve the conditions on this earth. Because a lot of women, they don't want to bring a child into a world that's so dysfunctional. And the high rate of child being healthy and living a nice, decent life, you know, is very slim. We have a lot of children that are dying in childbirth and also before they are even 1 year old. Why don't you do something about that? You know? And abortion, you think about it. When the enslaved was coming over here, women and men, women who was pregnant or women, they jumped off the boat because they did not want to live in a world like this. That their rights were being taken. They didn't want to bring a child into a world that treated them like animals, treated them worse than animals. And then as far as melanated people, we are forced to live in this white man's world. We have to dress like them, talk like them. We have to work for them. And we still treated like second-class citizens. 2022, and we still fighting for our rights. That is ludicrous. And they always talking about this is a Christian country. When was it ever? Is this what a Christian country looks like? And religion is the main culprit for all of the bad things that happen in this world. In the name of religion, so many people have been killed, tortured, raped. How many? Read the newspaper. This is 2022. They had to go arrest a Jehovah's Witness for child abuse, child pornography. And they always talk about all lives matter. Really? Do you ever walk around and see all the lives that are out here struggling to even have a meal? Have to go to a church and get a free meal? Have to stand in there's no more welfare lines, the soup line. Have to go beg for some food stamps that they only going to give you enough, really, to semi-starve. Yes, it's wonderful to get pregnant, and it's joyful. But you are bringing a child into a world that is marred by pollution, dirty water, unliving conditions. The chances of being raped by some idiot. Yes. And a lot of these women were born into dysfunctional homes. So then they're going to bring their kids into a dysfunctional home. A lot of women don't take care of themselves while they're pregnant. A lot of them don't have a family, a man to help them with the child. So sometimes the child suffer because of that. And this is the truth. All children, we all should be born into a family that nurtures us, loves us, gives us comfort, help us to be a better person, to help us love one another, help one another, and be the best that we can be. But are we? A lot of these babies are born into homes that do nothing but teach them hate. And they go out here and go and kill people, rob and steal, con people out of their money, make their lives miserable because they're miserable. And then they begin to hate their parents. A lot of these men out here that's doing all this killing because they hate their mother. They was born into a family that did not give them enough attention and love and met all of their God-given needs and wants. And then society chews them up, bullying. You have so many young ones committing suicide. Yes, you want them to be born into a world like this that chews them up and just throw them away. Or lock them up in jail. Send them off to who knows where. You have 17-year-olds in jail doing life. I mean, I tell you, and this is the truth, I wish I wasn't born. I wish my mother had aborted me. I was born into a hateful family, into a hateful world. And I had my children that were born into a hateful world, a dysfunctional family. Yes, they're happy, but they're miserable too. And I'm miserable because I have to wake up and I have to see so much carnage and chaos. People going to war, being killed for no reason, just because of who they are and where they were born. Christian hating Muslims, Muslim hating Christians. This is the world that you want people to be born into? Misery loves company. Thank you for listening. I appreciate your time.